All right,
Oh,
hold on. There's no hold on. It's a live show, Jello.
no, I said, did you fall down?
No, I did not. Happy Monday, stream. Hope you guys are doing
Well,
well. March 29th, last Monday of the month. Bitcoin trading at 57,500 schmeckles or dollars, whatever you find, whatever you work for. So, hope you're doing well this week. Hope you had a great weekend, stayed safe in your trades or whatever. We're going to be hanging out with Jello from above. What's up, Jello? Today.
oh, not much. Just checking out my coins and sure that everything's balanced.
Nice, nice. Did you have a good weekend?
Yeah, I had a fairly good weekend. I visited with my brother and his girlfriend, and we actually played some video games. They live in another province, about 12 hours away.
Yeah,
So that was good. And other than that, nothing.
nice, man. Nice. I like it. That's a nice,
You go
relaxing weekend.
fishing?
Yeah, I did.
You go.
I did some fishing, did some crabbing. I also played I played poker on Saturday. That was fun.
Oh, cool. You play poker? Awesome.
Yeah, it was my
I
first time,
watch
but
I watch poker players on Twitch a lot, but I'm too afraid too afraid to do it myself.
ah, just it's the same as trading. Don't risk more than you're willing, to lose, and you can't really go wrong. Know your risk analysis.
Yeah, well, my
Well,
risk analysis gambling is pretty low.
yeah. Anyways,
This
guys,
is all the
thanks.
gambling I do.
Yeah. Well, this
This
is
is all
like
the gambling I
educated.
do.
It's a little bit different than gambling, I think. It's like gambling if you could
Yeah,
count cards. But anyways,
if
guys,
you're
let's take a
like, yeah.
look. Let's take a look at Bitcoin here on the 4-hour charts first and foremost. Well, actually, we're going to look at a daily first of all. So daily, yeah, we'll talk about kind of the events that led up to where we currently are, and the analysis. Let's look at the fear of greed index as well, and the analysis supporting that, or 72 fear of greed index. Okay, so got some greed in the market. Daily, we just kind of held randomly here at 51.2, some a random point, and then we held this 54 level for the last 2 days. Currently, we're at resistance 57.5, 57.4. Daily close above here is going to be pretty bullish going into the next couple days, but ultimately, I do believe that the move is going to be down for a retest. So we'll see. We'll see if we manage to daily close above 57.5. If we do, we'll look to, I would say there's probably a level, a sub level right there, probably, just below 59. And then there's this big level right here at 61 too. So yeah, that's pretty much what I'm looking at on the daily. On the 4-hour, I think the 4-hour tells a similar story, which is, you know, we held here, and then this was a pretty nice, pretty nice move up, and now we're just kind of holding right here. Especially if we get back, up, it wouldn't take a lot for this green, for this 4-hour to turn green here. Basically, it takes more for this this red. If this candle wants to go down, it takes a lot more for it to get to close below where the pump that it did. I'm sorry if my words are being all la 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 today. So we have to get below 55.86 on this 4-hour candle, or else the next 4-hour will be pretty good. So even if we came back to 56.8 or whatever, I still think the next 4-hour candle, we can look to just under 59, and maybe just sub 60 or just above 61K. So that's kind of what I'm looking at, waiting for that 41K test. We will see. Cryptocurrency market cap is $1.8 trillion, so that's kind of still going up, which is great. I love it. BTC dominance coming down a little bit from yesterday, 59.3%. So yeah, hope you guys have enjoyed BTC at first glance. Let's take a look at some news articles for today. First one up we're going to be talking about is users can now book flights with Dogecoin on Air Baltic. How about that, Jello? You got any Dogecoin?
Nope, I don't have any Doge. Not yet. And
Aw.
I
Well,
used to have some way back, but not anymore.
yeah. Well, if you have Dogecoin, you can now book flights on Air Baltic with Dogecoin. So that's pretty cool. Dogecoin growing
Yeah.
in acceptance, adoption. You don't really need to have a purpose. All you need is to have a use case. And
That's
Dogecoin
right.
now has a use. Can be used to buy flights.
And that's amazing because to be oh, you're never going to be able to use any of these coins for anything, and it's just exploding.
Right? I always find it interesting when people are, their perception is so narrow and biased. They're like, oh, I can't use any of this stuff, right? And it's like, well, if you did a little bit of research, you'd realize that it's pretty easy to use your cryptocurrency now, and it's also extremely easy to exchange for anything else. So, when people say stuff like that, you should probably say, thanks for your opinion, and you should get away from them as fast as possible, because those people are stupid, and they're going to make you stupid. Let's talk about news article number 2. Polkadot moves towards sharding as Aquila Network secures first Rococo parachain slot. So Polkadot ecosystem continues to progress in the DeFi platform, with the Aquila network becoming the first to win a parachain slot on the Roco testnet. So if you're not really familiar with what's going on in the DeFi space, I would say that Polkadot is probably going to be one of the hottest coins in maybe next year. It's a fairly new coin, and I think it's the number 2 or 3 DeFi coin currently. But the DeFi ecosystem is just going to continue to boom, and with projects like Polkadot, which are the Alliance will establish a decentralized anonymous organization ecosystem development fund with several $1 million to offer financial support for early stage projects of decentralized anonymous organizations and Web 3.0. So we have the funds to help facilitate, we basically have the funds, and then we're going to build backwards. We're like reverse engineering with DeFi, like the Web 3.0, and what this really means, and the applications of decentralized everything, not just finance. Finance is a huge sector, but it's really kind of the eye opener, I believe, to what is to come, like decentralized identification or decentralized voting technology. Those are 2 really, really awesome use cases that could be great for countries. What's up? I don't care about XRP, so ignore my comment. Just wanted to troll a bit. Oasis Network, ticker Rose. Okay, let's talk about our last news article here. Gosh, I got to get that News 3 button working. So Visa begins to accept cryptocurrency, we should say ETH, to settle transactions on its payment network. So basically, Ethereum has been decided. Visa leveraged Ethereum to process cryptocurrency payment on its network. It was between that or Facebook's Libra. No one likes Mark Zuckerberg. He's a freaking lizard man. So, yeah. Bitcoin ready to go mainstream. Ethereum's ETH 2.0 staking. How does that math work? I'm trying to figure it out. The world's largest. How Visa leverages Ethereum to process cryptocurrency payments. So Visa is like $24,000 transactions per second. I'm curious as to how effective ETH 2.0 and sharding will be if they're considering, I mean, where is ETH now with transactions per second? Like 13, 15 maybe? What's 100x from that? Jello?
What?
What's 100x from 13? Bueller?
Oh, you go.
You guys have any questions in chat about our news articles for today? We talked about Dogecoin being used to buy flights with Air Baltic. Also talked about Polkadot moving towards sharding as Accolade Network secures its first Roko parachain slot. Visa also began using ETH to settle transactions on its payment network. Looked at the CryptoCoin, or the coin market cap today. We're going to take some altcoin suggestions from you guys. If you have any other questions about anything, now is kind of the time. The show is kind of open-ended from here. So either I'll be engaging with you guys will be engaging with me, or we'll pretty much just wrap it up. And yeah, that's how we'll be. So,
How about
nope,
we
go
got
ahead.
Big XT? He wants to know if you buy Polkadot soon.
Would I buy Polkadot soon? I would always buy
Yep.
Polkadot. So let's take a look at DOT. Actually, that's a good one. Look at DOT to USD, and we will zoom out because it's always good to gain perspective on really what
You're
this.
welcome, Big XT.
Yeah. And okay, so let's just take a look at DOT here on the monthly. This coin is. It's really difficult to enter, and every time I pull this chart up and see this coin, I mean, I was fortunate enough to get in somewhere down here, so I'm not sure if the price will ever, this could have been the dip. We'll see. Is it a good time to buy Polkadot? Yes, I think you can't really go wrong, even if you bought. Whenever I suggest, hey, now would be a good time to buy, and if you want to take that advice, okay, just ladder, right? So if you're like, okay, I'll just buy some here, and then should it break 31.2, looks like we might come down to like the 25 or the 23 to 25, then ladder, right? This is a super solid project. Probably won't get that entry. I'm not telling you to FOMO and go 100%. I'm saying position yourself, so that it doesn't matter. You've set yourself up for success either way. Don't be greedy. Would be my suggestion, because you're gonna try and you're looking to trade something very minute when there's macro moves at play, like this cryptocurrency and DeFi market potentially sucking up trillions of dollars of liquidity in the next 2 to 5 years, or really, and continue on forward. There's nothing stopping this
Okay.
DeFi. Yep.
He would like to know what exchange you recommend.
What exchange I recommend?
Big XT.
Zuck, what exchange do I recommend for NXT? Say that again, Jello.
No. Big XT asked, yep, what exchange do you recommend?
Well, Binance is always your friend. I'm gonna drop you the chat there. Binance is great because it has an amazing amount of altcoins. If you're in the U.S. and you want to participate in some of the features that aren't in the U.S., you can always use a VPN and register, and just don't see what their KYCs are like. But I didn't use Binance.us. I used regular Binance, but that was back in the day when they didn't have Binance.us, so they didn't care. Then we were allowed to use that. So I'm still on there. Binance, if you can't trade there, Coinbase has got some, Coinbase Pro or just regular Coinbase. Those aren't bad. I'll drop those as well. Coinbase for some altcoins, and they also have most of these platforms have like free crypto that you can earn just by like watching videos and stuff. But Coinbase has a lot of that. I think I've earned like $130 of free crypto just from watching videos and stuff.
How about, this is me asking, how about AAVE?
Aave. Let's take a look at Aave. Yeah. But yeah, you can't go wrong buying Polkadot.
Oh, Polka.
Yeah, you can't go wrong. Doge will probably also pump super hard. I hope. I hope. I'm not like over leveraged in it or anything. I just I don't know. It's interesting when there's fundamental news. Okay, so Aave is the number one DeFi coin currently on the market. Very hot. Not too much data here to go off of. Almost looks like a similar chart to what was the first thing that we looked at? What was that first? What is that first coin that guy recommended?
Rose.
Not Rose. Chainlink.
So what you?
Yeah. Almost looks similar to.
Oh yeah, Chainlink.
Almost looks like a similar chart to Chainlink. And if you weren't here for that, I can give you kind of what I was looking at. But basically, there was a sideways resistance looking at the daily, coming down, finding. We can look at it to the Tether value, or the Bitcoin value, but finding, this doesn't look terrible. Basically, you're waiting for a break of it. It looks like it's ready to pop at any time. Even if you are blessed, think of it like that. Come on, how blessed can you be? Should it come down to whatever, 180 or whatever, 240, you cannot go wrong. I'm telling you, these coins are going to be performing very, very well in the years to come. So this looks like a bull flag formation here on this weekly. This looks like some of the best weekly charts I've seen, or one of the best weekly charts I think I've seen in a while. So yeah, we got a weekly bull flag here. Wait for a confirmation break of that. We should see a nice extension. Usually what happens with these flags, see, I'll give you there's our flag. We have a break, and then we have an extension move. So, maybe a K, but let's see if we can pull out a fib retracement really quick. On the weekly.
Oh yeah, we got another.
Yeah, so let's take a look at this. The 1382, the 1618, that's where I would look. This is what I'd be looking at. PT1. Wait for the breakout. PT2.
That's awesome.
That's your
Okay,
extension.
Ridvan wondering about Rose.
Rose. Tether to the Bitcoin. Which one do you want to see? We'll look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin's pretty important. So this coin doesn't really have a whole lot of data. It's kind of difficult to analyze from a technical perspective. Coins that don't have this, a lot of data. We can do something like this, and we can expect the price to probably come and play with this line a little bit before it wants to go. So probably wait for a weekly Rose to BTC, pull back a little bit lower. Looks like it's probably going to consolidate a little bit longer. We can look at lower time frames as well, but usually when these coins just come out like this, just the data is not this doesn't. There's nothing here on this daily chart for me that says this looks like a good entry. Look at this monthly. Now, monthly doesn't look terrible, but like I said, the data is, you're going to want to use fundamental analysis if you're looking to buy here. Because this weekly says really don't buy here. Really what you're what you want to do is you'd ideally want to have like entry one. Entry one is at this first line, and then you'd have like your, entry two here. All right. So that's just kind of what I'm looking at. Probably 12 to 25% pullback I could expect from Rose to BTC. A majority of the altcoins, especially these new ones, if Bitcoin does decide to correct, especially ones that have been performing extremely well, a coin that's gone from 100 Satoshi to 400 Satoshi in a matter of 67 days is what something you would consider has been performing really well. Will probably take a hit with the market. So what I mean is the total cryptocurrency market, I think I explained this last week, is 1.8 trillion, or it was last week it was 1.7 trillion, but 1.8 trillion this week. When Bitcoin, dips from 50 or 60K to 41K, you're going to look at that market cap start to decline, probably back to like 1.2 trillion. And a lot of the altcoins follow the flow of money of Bitcoin. There's going to be a few exceptions in there. Most of them we've been talking about, Polkadot's a pretty great coin. I think 1inch might be one of those exceptions. Just some guys been talking shit about 1inch. XLM's pretty good. Sushi Swap's also an amazing coin. I really like Sushi. So this coin's just, be considerate, okay? Just be considerate of where price has been not too long ago, okay? And I'm not saying that you can't. Great projects, great coins, you should want to get in regardless of what the chart looks like, because that's fundamental analysis. Should you enter in and have another opportunity, should you be blessed with another opportunity, yeah, you should probably, because you're fundamentally long on the project, you believe in the future. Should you be blessed with another opportunity? Yeah. Boom, boom, boom. That you're super, people, just change your perspective. You can't go wrong. Volatility is your friend. I'm going to look at XRP now as BTC on this daily meets resistance here at 57.5. Thanks for being with us. Do all that YouTube algorithm stuff. Smash the thumbs button. Let's talk about Ripple now. Unless there's any questions, Jello? Nope, I'm going to move on to Ripple. Keep dropping them in the chat, Jello. From above, we'll get to you. Or I will. Where's my XRP? Did they delist it? Am I blind? Okay. XRP to BTC Binance. Here we go. Why is this not added? All right, XRP to BTC looks pretty good on the daily here, holding, being that we held here right at this level, 950 Satoshi. You're still waiting for 1100 Satoshi breakout buy is what your signal is going to be. So when we pump, 15% and we hold a daily close above 1100 Satoshi, we're going to see a huge liquidation slide. This will probably happen pretty almost instantly, like same day type stuff, up to 1400 sats, and then probably consolidate there for a couple days or a week or whatever, and ready to move up to the 2200 area. This coin is just going to do some really spooky stuff, and people are going to be like, oh, I don't understand. Well, just counter trade the SEC. You're going to be fine. Like, the SEC's dumping I don't know. SEC is going to get slapped pretty hard from this, I think. So it's either not a security, which is great for the coin's price, or it is a security and the SEC is screwed and is going to get sued for a lot of money. A lot of money. So, you shouldn't have messed with the Rippler. This is the Ripple to BTC charts. Look at the weekly, look at the monthly. I mean, what more do you want? What more do you want? What do you want from me? Okay, so really this chart's not going to look groovy until we're back above 3,400 Satoshi. Yeah. Can you, I mean, that's 200%. So that would be current price. What's that? $2 XRP? Current BTC price? Something like that. Yeah, I would just take take a glance at the higher time frames, XRP to BTC, because there's macro moves at play, I believe, and the 4-hour chart's really not going to tell you much. I mean, it might give you a little heads up, but I think this looks great. We'll probably pop, if not today, tomorrow going into Wednesday. At some point in time, that pop, you're going to want to wait for 1100 if you're trying to breakout trade this. In my opinion, that's what I kind of see is like, we pop up over here and then this just looks like there's a lot of, low liquidity zones. So we could fly through this pretty easily. We could fly through this pretty easily. But that's just my opinion. Oh, my headphones died. Ugh. Jello. I can't hear you. Hello? Hello? Jello? All right, I might have lost him. I might have lost Jello. It's okay. We'll continue on. I'll just read the chat for myself. The Zuck, Lizman, Rose, use VPN. Happy to Rose 2. What's the name? Gentleman, Jello, Elliot's. Yo, what's up? Like the waves. Waves, it does have great fundamental analysis. The CEO, where do you see the market going this year in general? Okay, probably the market going this year. Let's take a look at that, actually. That's a really good question, actually. So, my 2021 analysis is probably going to look something like this. So BTC probably at some point, regardless of whether we come back 25%, 25 to, 60% now, what would that look like? That's 25%, that's 41K, and that's probably 50%. That's probably as low as I think BTC would, let's say 27.8. Either we do something like that now, and that would be great, I believe, because then we can, come up here and like the same thing, just do some more respected with like a 50 to, 60 to 80% retrace. But so here's my analysis. End of the year. Bitcoin will at some point probably come to either 100K or close to 100K, maybe towards the end of the year. Okay, so whatever we got down here, yada yada, whatever, and now we're up. And this is like, let's say right here is like November, we'll say. Or no, that's not right. Bear with me. Okay, so BTC came down, whatever. It found a random thing. It's here. Okay, this is probably like November, December 2021. is my guess. And what would that be like? Maybe a $2 trillion BTC cap or something. I'm not exactly sure. But going into next year, 2022, usually when we have these absolutely bomb years in crypto, and this is an absolutely bomb year in crypto because we know where we started at the beginning of this year and we know what we did. So let's say we did something like this and we came up here at the end of 2021. I think 2022 would probably be pretty bearish. I think we'd probably just, come back to like, gosh, we could come back to 20K from 98,000. And that's really what there are a couple big moves that I'm really excited about, and one of those is the retracement from like 100K or 98K is kind of what I'm looking at. So that's what I could expect from the year. 100K is probably my higher target, and we'll see what happens at that point. But I would expect there's probably going to be a massive amount of profit taking. So I don't know. That's what I think. I think 100K max, and then probably like 60% retracement after that. So we'll see. We could just keep booming, but 40% retracement put us 54, 60%. Gosh, that would be crazy, right? That would actually work in favor of my analysis. If we held here being a higher low, a higher high, came up, broke that, and then like sent it for the rest of the year. Or not, I don't even know the rest of the year, but and then came back in 2022 and had finally retested the 41K. God, that would be great. I'm macro very, very bullish on Bitcoin. I think Bitcoin in the next, let's say 4 years, will probably have, 250 plus value, $250,000 a coin plus in the next 4 years. Just based off of fundamentals, market cap, and supply. I'm going to check the chat. Dino, where do you see the markets? H index 18. So if you're interested in a good project, lost voice. Did I lose my voice? No, you lost your voice. Yeah. I follow a pattern, gel from above. Look at what is serious academic research. If I diversify my portfolio, I would GRT, AST, Link, Rose, AVE, and maybe AVAX. AST, be the goal, always get more Link. Nice. Yeah, man. So GRT is a great project. I'm a pretty big fan of that. I wanted to share with you guys, let's take a look, fear greed index. So there's some greed in the market. You want to wait until there's a little bit more fear for better entry, typically. We had a video going on at the beginning of the stream today. It was the DeFi, or Dfinity overview video, which was pretty cool. If you go to dfinity.org and go to media, they have, basically all of their how Dfinity is reinventing the internet. These videos are pretty cool, pretty eye-opening, I think, for what the potential of blockchain could bring to the world, not just the DeFi world, but in the case of, let's just say, governance, transparency, and accountability. Having platforms like the Internet of Computer, super excited about the technology kind of hitting mainstream. So I wanted to share my, SDK, dfinity.org, and the next generation of software engineering starts with you. And you can basically build your own website and build your own applications and run them on SDK Dfinity canisters. is a pretty cool project. Oh, I hear you. I hear you, Jello. Hello? Hello?
Hello.
Yo, I can hear you.
Awesome. Sorry about that. Had to restart my phone.
Ah, welcome back.
Okay.
I'm not exactly sure where I left off with you. Let's take a look at ADA. Cardano's got some great fundamentals coming out this week. It's a good buy. Polkadot, Cardano, yep. I also heard that Pancake Swap still is doing its best to acquire the liquidity from Uniswap. So this is great for those decentralized liquidity aggregating platforms like Uniswap, SushiSwap, 1inch, Cake Swap, because it creates like a Darwin effect, survival of the fittest. Because if your platform requires massive fees, like no one even uses Balancer. Like what? You never even heard of that, but that was like the original liquidity pool, liquidity providing. But the fees are just it doesn't make sense as a liquidity provider. 4-hour chart looks pretty good here for the bulls. Managed to get back above here. I think we'll probably see a nice green BTC next few days. We'll see, but I would keep an eye on this resistance zone here. Currently, if we were to pop up, cat resistance would be just below 59. But as time goes on, the resistance gets a little bit higher. If we were here, it'd be about 61. So something to note. Take a note. I love Cardano. I don't agree with Cardano, not a fan. Why are you not a fan of Cardano? Love to hear your opinion, or love to hear why you're not a fan of Cardano. Cardano is basically, third generation blockchain technology that's the actual first usable, let's just say, network. Ethereum right now is not a usable network. It has massive amounts of liquidity to ensure that it will be a usable network, with staking so that the transactions are, in sharding and batching. And, there's a lot of things that have been developed out of the necessity for this to work. But I think ultimately ETH is still old tech, old generation, second gen blockchain technology. So it will never be able to fully compete or be in the same playing field as Cardano. My opinion.
So, Elliot,
Yes.
do you think Cardano might overtake Ethereum?
Yeah, in 10 years.
10 years? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, Ridvan says, I think it's way too much. It still don't even have a working smart contract protocol. And maybe they will finally get it set. And in regards of cost, that guy wanted to centralize Ethereum. C. C is in Bitcoin.
Layer 2 ETH is a better option. Yeah, I mean, I'm a big fan of decentralized. I don't know. Dfinity opened my eyes to a lot of different concepts. The Internet Computer, the last original Layer 1 blockchain project, is launching a revolutionary public network that provides a limitless environment for smart contracts that run at web speeds, serve web scale, and reduce compute costs by 1 million times more. Build everything from DeFi to mass market tokenized social media service to run on-chain or extend Ethereum dApps. Chase the blockchain singularity. So, I'm not exactly sure what the question was. I don't hate on people, just on people wanting to get gains. I wish you all luck, but I'm not a fan of ADA shrugs. Yeah, I mean, if you're not a fan of ADA, then that's totally fine. I don't think that everyone has to be, but ADA, from my understanding and perspective, has been like a community, has been one of the strongest community coins like in the space. Like I really love the Cardano community, and I mean, just look at this coin. Is this chart looks pretty stupid. So they're the end of this month. They're going to start coming out with projects on this blockchain. They're going to start releasing them, but they don't even have smart contracts. I think they actually do have smart contracts, if I'm not mistaken. Didn't they have the first Cardano smart contract release 2 days ago?
Yeah,
Unveils smart contract, timely pushing
yeah,
88. Yeah,
it was.
very soon. So it's smart. I mean, the idea that it doesn't even have smart contracts yet, that shouldn't give you for my analysis, my opinion, that doesn't make me feel like, oh, this coin doesn't have a use case and Ethereum is way better because Ethereum has had smart contracts for so long. This makes me like, holy crap, you're still getting in early. You're still getting in super, super early because this protocol or ecosystem hasn't even had the potential for success yet. Like, I don't know how else to say it. The launch of the Alonzo testnet will introduce smart contract. And I believe the launch of the Alonzo testnet is Wednesday.
Yeah, just got to wait for the other shoe to drop.
Mm-hmm. Lower transaction fees. Yeah.
ADA is actually the biggest bag.
Cardano is a staker. You can stake it, passively earn.
Yep.
It's a great one.
It's a good way to increase your bag.
Yeah. Let's take a look at a coin because I really do like the project, and I'm pretty sure you've never heard of it, and you might not hear it for a while. But this is called BiFi, and Beefy? I'm not exactly sure. But I just like this because the actual platform, if you go to BiFi.finance, I think. No. Maybe it is. The multi-chain DeFi platform. Save, borrow, and invest all your digital assets. Yeah. Connect your wallet, deposit your assets, sit back and earn. Yeah, I like this platform. I like this. These staking options are like so lucrative. Buy BFC. I don't think this is the right coin. Let's go. BIFI finance. Beefy. Okay, it's beefy.finance. Yeah, this is it. Beefy. Yes. 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 Look at that total volume locked. That is sexy. 500 mil. Holy crap. Holy crap. Wait.
Beefy finance. Okay?
Dude, beefy. Stats. I want to see how much they're staking. Like, if I remember correctly, these staking rewards are pretty stupid. Like, some of the most lucrative stuff I've ever seen.
Yeah, I was a little disappointed with the AAVE when I staked it. It's not earning very much.
Yeah.
It cost a lot to put it over there.
What is wrong with my network? Son of a... yeah, it costs a lot to send it over. Yeah, that's because ETH is a crap. Is a piece of crap right now. That's why it costs a lot.
Yep.
I was trying to get this to work, but it's not wanting to work for me, and it's very annoying. But I hope someone else can check it out, because the look at, you could have earned to get front gold juicy. I don't know. I was trying to show you how lucrative it is, but I can't. It's okay.
Beefy.com.
Nope, I think it was beefy.finance, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep.
Beefy.finance.
Sorry, my mistake.
Yeah, beefy.finance. And then you click launch app. Let me know if you can get it to work, because I see it, but it just doesn't pop up. See it pop up? Boom. Then it goes away. Cannot connect to the network. This, like, that's what I'm saying. This project, like this website's probably not even out yet. Dex when it's active.
Beefy.finance.
But you see that volume locked. It's crazy. Anyways, they had something called like thugs and drugs, and they were like staking for really high percentages. That was why I was interested in it. Looks like a monster, a sleeping monster. We'll keep an eye on Beefy.
Is this the one that you showed me the other day?
No.
Yeah.
No. 24-hour biggest mover. Holo and Zcash. Gosh. Privacy coins. There you go.
Really?
Yep.
Holy cow.
Yep. Holo's up 30%. Zcash is up 20%. OMG is also up 15%, which is nice. Biggest losers. I think I saw PancakeSwap. Yeah, PancakeSwap is pretty good. Just is a good coin. Biggest losers, Storj, STRJ, which pumped like 80% twice this week, so not a surprise. Siacoin is a decentralized data storage coin that probably will get listed on Coinbase, so that's a good one. Anchor has also been pumping really hard, just got listed on Coinbase. These two, Storj and Anchor, just got listed, so not a surprise. Stellar still undervalued. Yep, what's up?
Oh no, just Rid has another question. Done. Sorry.
I'm done.
Okay. You want to know about optimism arbitrum. So it's optimism arbitrum will help scale TH layer 2.
Mm-hmm.
Especially excited for arbitrum rollup. That will scale ETH by 1,000.
Okay. So let's consider what is that scaling ETH by 1,000? What is that? What is that math? What is that? What are we at currently at 15 times 1,000? So 15,000 transactions per second. So we're like almost half of the Visa. We're almost half of Visa transactions per second. So even if ETH gets scaled 1,000%, it's still not enough, in my opinion. 15,000 transactions per second would be fantastic, okay? Currently, if we're at like 13, you could see how that would speed up our network and make it a lot more usable. But I'm saying for the future of finance, and Visa is currently operating at 24,000 and it's struggling, they're obviously looking for faster platforms, and I don't think that is going to be ETH. I think ETH will probably continue to have its place in this space, just as Bitcoin does. But there is going to be third-gen blockchain tech that in the future, when the smart contracts and all these projects and platforms come out, you could say it's over-promising, or you could just, see that there's probably going to be a Ethereum move to the Bitcoin, and that'll probably happen. And then next thing that will happen is there's probably going to be some of these third-gen blockchain coins like ADA, maybe XLM, gaining in that ETH market dominance. as their usability and scalability increase dramatically. Because Ethereum cannot and will not be able to compete, I believe. Because even 14,000 transactions per second, yes, it is great, but no, it's not. It's not the answer that we're looking for. We need a lot more, I think.
Anyway,
Ideally,
Rid says
I'm especially
DeFi
excited.
becomes viable.
Uh huh.
Sorry,
No,
I thought you paused there for a sec.
okay, I am gonna pause.
Ridvan says, which means DeFi becomes viable for latecomers and people with small holdings.
That's exactly true. DeFi currently is not retail friendly, in my opinion. When your cost to entry is several $100s, because that's what it would require you to have to currently transact with these platforms, because transaction fees are so high. It doesn't make sense when we're trying to liquidity mine with $50, right? So
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, yeah. Barrier to entry is going to, when that opens up, when that gateway opens up, which will be Ethereum scaling. Which I like Ethereum. I'm shit talking Ethereum, but Ethereum is still great tech, second gen, and will probably be 70 grand in the next 4 years per coin easy. But that's that would be,
That's insane.
yeah. But um,
70 grand each. Crazy.
yeah, I mean, I guess it is. But look at the ETH to BTC chart. I mean, if we consider that, what would that look like? Well, that would probably look something like this. Sometime in the next 1 to 4 years, right? Ethereum just breaking that 1-1, and yeah, we'll see what happens.
Okay.
Yeah, point two. Let's see that point two, baby. That's so.
Okay. I
Yeah.
Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say that that would be crazy, right? Point two, ETH. It's
Yeah,
currently point oh
if you
three.
have like 1 ETH right now, if you bought 1 ETH, oh, you could buy yourself a car.
Yeah.
Okay, so I managed to get that Beefy Finance thing up on
Okay.
my phone, and yeah, they have some pretty good returns, daily returns. Like
Yeah. Yeah.
it's crazy.
Tell me about those daily
4.8
returns.
daily.
4.8% daily.
EPS EPS BNP is 4.8. There was a really good one in here. Just that blew my mind. Um,
I'm interested.
Pivot forward.
Rid Vivan, I'd love to have a conversation with you. If you have a microphone, come join our Discord and let's talk, man. Because I'm actually you're more knowledgeable technically than I am. I can already tell just by like what you're saying. Because I don't know what the roll ups that you were talking about for the smart contracts, the like private smart contracts. Anyways, I'm really interested in how privacy coins can play a role in DeFi, where their space is. And I think we were looking at the coin called Secret the other day, but I'm just fascinated by, and I love to learn, and I'm not one to pretend like I know everything or, I'm as knowledgeable as I can be. I'll say that. And whenever I don't know something, I'll ask. So I don't know. So I'm asking.
So a lot of these coins I haven't even heard of
Mm-hmm.
in the beefy, but there's some 6 and 7% ones there daily, 6 or 7% daily.
Yeah,
That's
usually
that's
those don't last.
crazy.
6 or 7% ROI daily is usually not going to last for very long. I participated in one, and it lasted for about 2 weeks at that rate, which was lucrative.
Yeah,
Which was lucrative enough because at the time transaction fees weren't ridiculous. But right now, you're literally, I have not moved any of my. I've not been participating in liquidity mining. This whole ETH blockage is like worse than the frickin' Sudan Canal incident. So,
Oh yeah.
yeah.
Well,
What do you think?
hopefully they get a workaround.
I was gonna say, what do you
Go
think
ahead.
about that? What do you think about that guy? Do you think he fell asleep?
I believe it was a woman, and I don't know if it was on purpose or accidentally fell asleep or drinking, but
Accidentally
they got
jackknifed.
it out today.
Did they?
They got it out. Yeah,
Okay.
uploaded it, which is good for us. Um, it's good because then that means our shit's not gonna explode in price.
Right.
Europe, they're gonna have a little bit of problem with the shortage. Not. Hey, they're in Europe, so
So,
I don't know what to ask you. You answered so many questions today.
yeah, it's all good. It's actually 1 o'clock. So unless you guys have any more questions or are wanting to have a conversation, I'd love to have a conversation with you. If you want to join the Discord, we can talk crypto, talk stuff. If not, then I'll just give you my, BTC, my last thoughts about BTC. Say goodbye to everybody in chat, and see you on Wednesday. And Wednesday, I'm trying to get together with Jonathan for like another bar talk episode. If that was something that you guys enjoyed, if you liked us, like we're basically developing the idea as it goes, and we had a really interesting brainstorming session over the weekend that lasted for about, I don't know, 2 hours, an hour and a half, where we basically conceptualized the whole platform, from game theory to distribution and tokenomics. So I'm very excited for what that entails. And if you guys want to, then I'll invite him back. But if not, and you like just the technical analysis, news show stuff, we could just stick to that. I'm really trying to cater to what you guys want. So yeah, I just appreciate you guys being here for the lulls, for the views, for the stream, boys. Do it for the stream. And thank you, Jello.
Oh, you're welcome.
Very much
I
appreciated.
Yeah, it's enjoyable watch your analysis stuff. It's opening a lot of avenues for me as well because now I got to learn tech stuff and all that stuff just so I can figure out what's going on.
Right.
But it gives me impetus to do it. So I want to go learn DeFi and how that works.
Yeah, man.
Get it straight in my mind how it works.
Right. Right. And
So
that's
it
smart.
does, yeah. I mean, it's one thing doing what I'm doing now, trading, right? And another thing to look at it and get plot to where it should go.
Right. And
Rip Van, go ahead.
I was just gonna say that's an important concept, to actually take the first step and start like trading. Like you said, plotting and taking entries and exits on points that you find. So if you're new to the cryptocurrency space and you've been watching Bitcoin and watching all these cryptocurrencies perform well, and you've just been feeling that you've missed out, I would encourage to try. You might be scared to fail and lose some money, but if you try, then you I guess you can never succeed if you never try. So it's kind of important
You might
to.
fall on your ass a few times.
Yeah, but that's what we're here for, hopefully. If your greatest resource is your ability to be resourceful. It's one of my favorite quotes. And I really think it holds a lot of truth to it, because you literally don't have to be the smartest person in the room. You don't have to be the best looking person in the room, and you don't even have to be the strongest person in the room. You just have to be the most adaptable person.
Well,
and your ability to have those, to reach from an outside resource for answers and to like strive for knowledge, that makes you the most adaptable and versatile. So never
Yeah.
stop learning.
Okay. So Red wants to know if the chat is open for anybody.
Yeah, chat's open for
They
anybody.
can just get. Yeah, I told them to hop in. Yeah. There's. I mean, when I started doing this, it's full. What do you mean it's full? Red says it's full.
Mm, yeah, it could be users. Hold on.
Chat.
Let me edit. Let me edit channel.
Okay. He's gonna go have. So then we'll have to talk to you on Wednesday, then, Red.
I edited the channel. It's already. You can join if you want. You can just join the live
Okay.
channel. Just don't say like don't join and then just say the N word because you know I'll probably just not upload this to
That's
YouTube and
rude.
yeah, that'd be pretty rude.
That is very rude.
Probably not super kosher, but you should be able to join, homie. I would suggest on the Discord, just make sure that you have headphones and mic and mute the stream so you don't hear reverb. And yeah, join and just watch my live on Discord. And that's for anyone really. I'll open up the live to as many people who as want to have a conversation. Ideally, this will become like a hub, if you will, where people will just come and hop in and start chatting anytime. But
Well, we have a question,
yep.
and um, it's Ristoa. What do you think about HOTUSDT right now?
Mm, hmm. It's up 25% on the day. Oh my gosh, look at that. It's up 1,500% on the year. It's up 75% on the week. Um,
Pretty incredible.
yeah, pretty nice returns for you, bud. Let's see if there's any more data that we can go off of because the tether really isn't. I know you like that tether chart, but look, you're missing all of this data. So let's see if we can smack that all on the floor. Smack that till you get sore. Oh. Yeah, it looks good. It'll probably continue. I mean, it's up 20% on the day, so if we hold here above 21K sats, I'd probably look for like the 28,000 Satoshi area. So the 25% bump, 2618. Just hard to these coins, man. Like look at these. I don't know if you guys can see these returns, how it's been performing, but I see 100% or 200% in 1 year, 1,000% 3 month,
Wow.
1,000% 3 month. There are other projects that if you're looking for returns that there's no need to try and get rich quick. You can consistently invest in great projects, have a well diversified portfolio. By the way, I can go over all the coins that I hold and stake. It's getting every day it's getting more and more lengthy, pretty much.
Yeah, understand.
BTC on the 4 hour looks pretty good. We managed to have that. This looks great for the bulls, I think. We'll probably see, a nice 4 or 5% pump up from here. Could take us all the way up to, just below 60. This is our resistance that we're looking at, which is about 59.7 right now. Next 4 hours would be about 59.9. Then just below 61. So yeah, I'm gonna probably end the show right there. Leave you with this. This analysis being that we are BTC on the 4 hours looking good, holding here, probably come up 4 or 5%. And I'm probably expecting that we get slapped either on this line or on this one, 61.3. So looking for lower BTC levels, ideally have a 41K test, but we will, market doesn't know us anything. So if we come up and we break out into a new all-time high from here, 61.5, we break up, I think we'll probably go to like 98K. And there'll just be like some huge influx of money, huge flow, and our market cap will probably go up by like $1 trillion in a week. Not the Bitcoin, the cryptocurrency market,
Well, there's lots of banks getting in Bitcoin now.
Yeah.
Saw a few reports, and they're just gonna, and they've also got, I don't remember what you call it, where you can leverage your Bitcoin, basically like the COMEX.
Margin trading?
Yeah, ETF. There we go. There's
the word.
Big name. Yeah. There's a couple larger starting ETF, which of course they're going to be screwing around with it, trying to control the price. But I don't know if they're going to be able to do that like silver, because it's not all going through one place, because not every bank has to make their own ETF, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's not like the COMEX. Speaking of precious metals, how's your gold?
My gold?
Yeah.
I only have 10 grams of gold. So
okay.
It's fine.
Gold is gold. Yeah, just want to know how the price is going. And what about GameStop? How's your GameStop going?
Good. I'm still waiting to flip that for a Tesla stock. So I'm still waiting.
Is that what you're going to do?
Yeah, I'm going to wait. Yeah, I'm going to wait until Tesla comes back to like 400 and GameStop goes to 400 and just flip it right there. So. Yeah.
Oh, that'd be nice though, having some Tesla.
Yeah, right? So this would be like the most, I'd probably like start selling my crypto for Tesla at 258. Just being honest with you. Like, some of it.
Yeah. So,
yeah.
Well, once it gets up to 98,
yeah.
See, you'd be selling some of that, right? Because after that kind of run up, it's going to drop.
No, I wouldn't.
You wouldn't?
No, I wouldn't.
Okay. Well,
it depends on what you're. See, I think I've probably explained my exit strategy, quote unquote, and if I haven't, then I'll make it very clear. My goal is to passively generate twice as much income as I need every month before I even start touching my crypto. If I'm going to touch my crypto, it's because I've specifically set it aside to like buy a house or something. Like, hey, this is my house crypto. Or, I'm not like going to take my Zcash stack and like, I don't know, buy a car or go, I don't know,
on a vacation.
Although I should.
But I mean, like, yeah, I know what you mean. But I'm saying, if you've got that many gains, wouldn't you take a little bit of profit?
Nope. Playing the macro game because I don't care. Obviously you take profit as you want, but my plan is long term, and my entries are phenomenal, and I'll never get those same entries again. So whenever you exit the market, you're essentially like whenever you fully exit the market. Okay, so just because it's at 98,000 or whatever, 100,000. and you're wanting to take profit, people are so impulsive. They're in, they're out. Like, stop alling in and alling out. Take some flipping profit and look for places to re enter. And if it goes up, you took some profit and you still got some on the table because it's all about positioning yourself. And taking profit is important, but when you take an 80% profit and miss the 2000% move, uh, you're selling your success short. I don't know how else to say it. Like, uh,
What's up, people?
yo, what's up,
And I,
dude?
Rip here.
Nas Redden,
I
thanks
heard that.
for joining. Did I say that name right?
Yeah, it's fine. My Twitch name and my Discord name are different.
Okay. What's your Twitch channel?
Ripon. I was
Mm.
the one that wrote about the Chainlink and stuff.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah.
So are you a streamer?
I do stream, but I don't stream about charts and stuff. I stream more about the fundamentals. Like I focus on what makes it work, like the papers of Rose and Chainlink, and also how it can benefit us, the people, like decentralized identities, etc.
Right. Do you want to talk a little bit about that? I mean, I know um, it sounds like you have a length of knowledge that, if you had anything you wanted to share, maybe about like specifically, I was asking about privacy and DeFi, but anything you want, man. I'm just glad that you hopped on. So we'll get your Twitch channel links out before you leave. So you guys should go follow him because he streams fundamental analysis, and yeah, we support any crypto people, especially if they're willing to come on the show. So yeah, appreciate
Yeah,
you.
no problem. Just a fair warning. I'm in Turkey right now, and my internet connection is really bad. So I tried to stream, and there's a big delay. So I'm thinking I'm just switching over to making YouTube videos instead. But in terms of, you mentioned privacy, and have you heard of the name Ari Jules?
No.
Well, Ari Jules, he's the chief scientist of Chainlink, and he conceptualized and coined proof of work in
Mm-hmm.
1999 with somebody else. That's like 9 years before Bitcoin came out, and Bitcoin is based on proof of work. And he talked about the challenges of blockchains. One thing is, of course, is the scalability. That's a big issue because
Mm-hmm.
it consumes so much energy. We all know that, like a small country now is needed to energy is needed to like mine one Bitcoin. Um, Confidentiality, i.e., privacy, correctness of code, and interoperability. So this is the reason why I like Rose so much, and why I ask you to look at the Oasis network, because one thing, the team is top notch. Dawn Song, who is the CEO, she is one of the eminent figures in cryptography and cybersecurity and adversarial machine learning, and she's also authored lots of papers with Ari Jules. So she's a pretty big figure in terms of blockchain. So we watched that, and a lot of Link OGs, I can tell you, are now holding Rose. And what Rose does, it does scalable blockchain running on paratime. So paratime is basically you have the consensus layer, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, and then you have the smart contract layer, which is split up in different parallel instances. So what it does, it splits up all the work, execution, consensus, and so on. So it makes it run more efficiently. So the more complex the code is, the more it splits up, right? So because if you have one person doing one thing, right? To use an analogy, it's going to take way too long. It's going to choose too much energy. So rather just split it all up to different various tasks to lots of people, and that the same thing goes for the paratime instances. So all the work is split up, and then it gets sent on next. And it also encrypts it through a trusted execution environment, so nobody can see what's going on in the code. So that's actually important because traditional finances, right? They want to keep their assets and transaction typically a secret, right? It's still open for auditability, so you can avoid money laundering and drug lords buying stuff and whatever. But generally, if it's audited and businesses run through it, they want to keep their transactions secret, and that's important. Not to mention your private data too. You don't want to have everyone access to your private data. That's one of the problems with blockchain because everything is viewable on a public ledger. So what Rose and Oasis Network does, it hides it.
Cool. Yeah, that's super interesting. I'm gonna definitely look into how the secure enclave. That interests me. Trusted execution environments. Have you heard of Dfinity before? What are your thoughts on that?
I've not heard of it. Most of my energy right now is on Rose, AST, and Chainlink.
Okay.
So, but I'll look into it. If you can write down the name,
I'm
send it
actually
my
gonna
way.
I'm gonna send you a friend invite on Discord if you could just accept that really quick. I'm gonna send you a link to a video.
Sure, give me a second.
Yeah, I shared this video, I believe, before the stream started. So if you guys wanted to check it out as well, I'll drop it in the chat for you. But basically, this is the link
Yeah, we're ready to up again on roll away.
on Oasis, Rose.
That's what it looks like. Well, after watching your charting, that's what it looks like. But I would leave that to you. Uh, that's tech stuff.
Yeah,
Well, the money is in the tech stuff.
money is super in the tech stuff. Money is, yeah. Yeah, I mean, if you don't mind buying, just at, you know, this just doesn't have much data. Like I said, there's technical analysis and fundamentals, and the technicals don't give me enough info here. I mean, what do you want to call this? A higher low? So now that's indicative of a retest to 22 cents. Break out from that, just buy. Like,
Yeah, I called the higher low. I actually think Rose might even hit $1 end of this year.
yeah, probably. I think a lot of these coins, especially if they're a great project, have been hitting way over $1, way more than what was expected. What I do, I like to look at the. Let's just take a look at the Rose Ether scan. Just want to take a look at the
You can find
contract.
that Rose is not an Ethereum token,
Oh,
but it does has
Dap
its own
Oasis
Ethereum.
network.
Yeah, it does have its own Ethereum version, right?
Yeah,
It's not an Ethereum token, but it has just like Wrapped Bitcoin, right?
right,
Yeah. So there's also like an Oasis Ethereum, which is now run on the Ethereum network.
right.
But in terms of the token itself, Rose, that's not going to be found on the EtherScan. You can there's Oasis Scan where you can find the token itself.
Okay, let's take a look at that then. Oasis scan. Did you get my friend invite on
Yeah,
Discord?
I got it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Here, I'm gonna.
EtherScan.com.
Yeah. Oh. Oh, that was it.
Oops, I got timeout.
Can Jello? Can you permit him?
Oh, how do I do that?
Exclamation mark permit space
That's
Oh,
fine.
right,
his
right.
name,
Okay.
or you can just click on his name, I think, and hit permit. Yeah.
Well, another reason why I'm
Oops.
so excited about Rose is because just like Chainlink, right? They didn't do any marketing or something like that. They kept it very low and waited until they had everything ready. So their mainnet is out, and now they have their own Ethereum, like a wrap of Oasis on the Ethereum net, if you want to call it that. So that's out now, and more good news is coming soon. They were also featured on SmartCon, if you heard of that.
Mm.
Well, SmartCon was an event that Chainlink hosted in August 28th and 29th, and they invited like all sorts of big players to speak at their event. And Dawn Song gave a keynote speech there, which is pretty bullish considering she talked about the importance of data, like and how data can be utilized in the future for yield farming. So where users get the say of how their data is utilized, how their data is collected, and whether or not they can earn yield on it. So, like everybody knows that if you go on one website, you always have to click accept cookies and read through yada yada if you want allow the website to collect data on you. So this is where the beauty comes in, because if data is going to be the new oil, right? You want to have your data to be protected, meaning your privacy is protected from the data, and two, you also maybe want to you not maybe but you also want allow to allow yourself to decide how your data is utilized and whether or not you can deal from. So let's say your data is collected by a medical company, right? Well, then you're in deal from it because that medical company is using your data to improve cures, diseases, especially if you have some sort of condition.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
So it's she's a, if you know Lex Friedman, she also appeared on Lex Friedman's podcast to talk about this. And one thing I really like is because when it comes to protection, David, that's why they do adversarial machine learning. So machine learning, you know what it is, right? Machines and AI that's learning how to program and connect things and become smarter. So adversarial machine learning is basically the same, but in an adverse manner, meaning it's antagonistic. So they combat and try to trick machines. So the more they trick machines, the more they can improve the AI itself and the data security.
Wow. That's pretty cool. I just pulled it up. I'll definitely. Which one did you recommend?
Dawn Song on Lex Friedman.
Okay.
It's just the way you spell it, Dawn Song.
Gotcha. Well, I'll have to look for it. Looks like there's 171 episodes.
So the validators is basically for governance and consensus, and you need a lot of rose tokens to be part of it. So I think, like, if you just have 20,000 rows, I don't think that's going to be enough, of course. But you can use, but those rose tokens can still be used for like staking and transaction fees, etc.
Okay.
I'm reading a question from Jock Oldtree. And folks, it's never too late to get into Chainlink, by the way. I'm 90, although I'm really bullish on Rose, my portfolio is still 96% Chainlink.
I'm not sure if you caught the beginning of my show. I actually found a um, liquidity provider pool offering like 0.5% ROI per daily mixed with another coin, or it's 0.48 actually daily, but it's MPH Link. There's an LP pool offering that
Is it 50-50 or single-sided?
50-50.
I don't like 50-50s that much. I have bad experience with it.
Yeah, I guess because you're susceptible to the pair that you're trading with, but MPH is a super awesome coin that's absolutely been destroying for me. So,
Yeah, I mean, it's good if you have confidence in the coin, but I think it's safer to take a loan on Aave, for example, and then use stablecoin farms instead. Because
interesting.
yeah, that's what I do.
What's your best stablecoin farm percentage, if you don't mind me asking?
I think, well, you can always find lots of farms with crazy API, but if you want to find something safe and good, I think Dodo is pretty good, and I think SushiSwap is pretty good.
Have you ever heard of KeeperDAO?
Yeah, I've heard of it. But there's so many of them, you can't keep track of them. But I've heard of it. I haven't heard anything negative on it, so that's always a good sign.
Mm-hmm. I've got a little bit of USDC. It's 31% is what they're offering, which is pretty high. So that would be one that I would suggest. I would recommend to people if they were looking for stablecoin liquidity mining.
Roughly the same what Dodo is also offering. Sushi has a bit higher, but the thing about SushiSwap is that they lock 2/3 of what you farm for like 6 months. So
Oh
some people
wow.
might get like, yeah, they don't like it, but my opinion is it's actually good because then you kind of know that they won't immediately dump, get get rug pulled. They've been audited a lot, and I think they also have Chainlink for their price feed, which is pretty good. Dodo also uses Chainlink for their price feed, which is also pretty awesome. You used to be able to farm with Chainlink on Dodo, a single-sided pool, but they removed it unfortunately.
Yeah. Yeah, I do like, what's the Dodo APY? I'd be curious. Liquidity.
Go to there you go. Oh, they changed the UI. Nice. It's been a while since I went on Dodo.
Mint Dodo. Oh, holy cow.
Go to a liquidity mining. Yeah, right there.
Your go to liquidity mining. Yep.
There's a bit of delay, of course, when I watch your stream.
If you watch, if you mute the stream and just watch on Discord, you'll watch it live.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. So yeah, it looks like they have 3 active pools right now, which are yeah, very stable. Holy cow. USDT, USDC, I've never seen that. two, two, okay, stable coins, interesting. I guess if you want super stable liquidity mining, here you go.
Yeah, but as I said, the beauty of it is that it's single-sided. So if you have like only Ethereum, right, and you don't want to go into a 50-50 pool, you can just go inside the, for example, Ethereum
Oh,
USDC and just put in Ethereum and don't have to worry about the weightage.
I see what you're saying. Yeah, okay. Stake ETH. So you're actually staking on this platform. Okay, I get you. Dodo is like an aggregator. It's like 1inch or Uniswap or SushiSwap.
Well, they're kind of unique, actually. They're most of the stuff is like uh, automated money market or something like that. I can money maker market, whatever. But this is a proactive money maker market. Something. The terminology just escapes me right now. But they're good. They've been audited. Chainlink is partnered with them. They also got pretty sizable funds from Binance Labs and Coinbase and so on. And so they're
Hmm.
legit. Otherwise, I would not have used it because. But if anyone has tolerance, has a high tolerance for risk, I mean, there are crazy APIs that gives you 20,000. Excuse me, crazy farms that gives you 20,000% APY. But obviously, the chance of getting rug pulled is pretty high too. So, you know,
I'm making a token right now.
nice.
How many tokens should we have for CWN coin? 100,000, a million, 10 million, 100 million. Let's create.
How many Dodge coins are there?
Oh, gas fees. No, we can't do it. Gas fees.
Oh,
No. Thanks, Vitalik.
Yeah. See, this is why I'm excited for Arbitrum, as I wrote in the chat, because Ed Felton, he's the guy that's the head of Off-Chain Labs, but
Uh-huh.
Arbitrum is their project, and he's the former CTO of the White House. He's pretty based. And so that he showed on the SmartCon, we also gave a keynote speech there on how Arbitrum rollups is going to work, and it's going to increase the transaction speed by 1,000 and also lower transaction cost by 1,000. I think lowering the cost is more important than increasing the speed.
Right.
Because right now, as you said before, retailers really can't enter into DeFi protocols because of the gas cost. Because most people that are entering late, right, they don't have as much asset. Like people, let's use Chainlink for example, right? Let's say they only have 100 links, right? So now 100 links might sound a lot to some people, but it's really not that much if you want to go into a DeFi farm and farm with it, because suddenly you have to pay $50 in gas, $80 in gas, $100 in gas, etc., and the money you can farm with 100 links is really not that much. Now, if you have like 10,000 links, yeah, of course you don't really care because you farm so much money that the gas cost is like peanuts for you. But for people that are latecomers, that's gonna suck. That's why I'm really excited for Arbitrum, because it's gonna lower the transaction fees on ETH.
Nice. Yeah, I don't know what your expectations are for the DeFi space from a just the crypto space in and of itself is sucking up a lot of liquidity. Like, you talk about like the devaluation of the dollar and kind of what the global economy is doing. I'm really interested to see not only what the market cap of cryptocurrencies are in 4 years, but like let's just say 1 year. How much? What's the total volume locked in the DeFi space? How much money? Like, um, it's. I think it's just gonna blow everyone away. Like I don't know how we can see that. Is there a
Well,
chart for how much money is locked?
well, you also need like a crystal ball to kind of figure out like how the world economic situation is going to be. The worse it gets, I think, the quicker the transition is going to happen from traditional finance to decentralized finance. But if the world economy is going to be stay solvent and pretty stable, then I think the transition would be slow. There can also be like a combination of two, where like countries with bad economies move faster over to crypto than countries with good economies.
Right. And those countries who are first to adopt, I would assume, have like a first mover early advantage. Like
Oh, for sure.
there could potentially be a situation where, let's say, a poor third world country is able to literally, uh, with blockchain technology, able to fund themselves to become like, an actual first world country. You know.
This is, I'll give you guys a hint if you don't know it. I think you guys should look up BSN. BSN stands for Blockchain Service Network. This is China's national blockchain service network. And so if you can find projects that are connected to the services that China offers, because China stated in 2019 they want to be the leader in this space, and they're taking it pretty seriously, really seriously. So if you can find projects that are connected to BSN, it's actually not a bad idea to hedge on them.
Hmm.
BSNbase.io, that should be the English version of the website.
Looks like Casper is their newest add to the network. BSN.network, you said?
No, BSNbase.io.
Base.io. Okay. Do 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 do. Blockchain based service network.
Yeah.
Cross
So,
cloud.
folks, yeah, this isn't some rinky-dink operation. This is China's whole national blockchain service network.
Is it similar to IPSF? Looks like the. Have you heard about that?
No, I have not.
Interplanetary service blockchain network to learn BSN white papers from documents. I'm gonna read these white papers later.
Yeah, there's a lot of information to go through, but the fact that it's the Chinese state's own network, I think is pretty bullish because they're using red date technology, which is also a Chinese Chinese state's blockchain network. You can find an article too that says about where Xi Jinping talks about how he wants China to be the leader in the blockchain space. So compared to the West, China is far ahead, and I think that's because well, it's no secret because they're more authoritarian, right? So if they want to get something done, they just do it. That's it. No debate and all that stuff.
Yeah. Hmm. I don't know. I'm fundamentally kind of bearish on China's economy if unless they do something. I don't know. I don't like fiat currency, and I feel like we're slowly starting to transition away from that. But I don't know. The Chinese yen. I don't think the United States is ever going to pay them back. So you know, we obviously don't have any intent or desire to. So I'm really interested to see what turn of events comes from that. You know, the China just like comes to the United States and like starts taking our shit or like I don't know.
Well, who knows? That's
Not a
one of those scenarios. It could be a huge black swan event if there's some sort of military action. But I don't think that's going to happen. But maybe just because I'm just very optimistic. I think instead there's going to be a slow transition, but slow is of course relatively because I think right now blockchain and DeFi is growing exponentially. Like we're seeing now with the latest news that Visa is now using USDC for
Yep.
payments, so which is pretty huge. And PayPal is using Paxos for their crypto blockchain brokers, which is also pretty big, and not to mention a lot of other stuff that's flying underneath the radar. So never look to mainstream news, folks, if you want to find out what's going on with blockchain.
Yeah, I like
So,
Big XT's comment. Let's all go to Costa Rica. Packing up.
I'm just curious. The China thing you're talking about, is that actually their sovereign debt that coins are going to be? Did I lose you?
What was the question?
Well, with the China coin you were talking about, is that going to be their sovereign debt? Because I'm not a big fan of holding country's sovereign debt.
Uh,
No, still didn't hear me.
you said something about sovereign debt, and then it just sounds like poppy and
Yeah,
clicky.
the the. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay, the coin that you were just talking about, the Chinese stuff, right? Is that going to be sovereign debt or not?
That's not a coin, BSN. It's a service network.
Hmm.
Okay, a service. Okay. All right. Never mind. I'll go back to those debt.
So yeah, if you guys have any questions, or for myself or Jello or Nazreddin, thanks for joining us. Let me know. We talked about you can use Doge to buy plane tickets on Air Baltic. We talked about Polkadot being a pretty awesome coin, and Chainlink's also cool, but I personally like Polkadot better, personally. And Visa begins to accept. Yeah, we just talked about that. USDC, Ether, um, and says no sir, no thank you to the Zuckerberg. We're definitely over. I think this has almost been like a 2 hour show, so I'm gonna hang out for a couple more minutes, see if there's any coins or anything that you guys want to chart or chat. But um, Naz, do you want to drop your do you want to what's your YouTube channel and stuff? So if they want can find you.
I don't want to drop it just yet because it's probably empty and has like only one video which I uploaded for fun. So
Okay.
until I have like multiple videos, then I'll start like shilling myself.
Okay.
Um,
Well then
but
I guess we're you're gonna have to come back then.
yeah, no worries. I like this talk.
Cool, man.
Word of advice, people: get yourself a crypto debit card.
Get yourself equipped with a debit card.
No, a crypto debit card
Ah, yeah, I already got one.
based.
Based. All right. Well, let's do Wednesday is our next powwow, is our next meeting. Wednesday the 31st. I'm going to be on at 12. I don't think we have a Bard talk scheduled talking about the decentralized social media platform. But I think we're probably going to make a little bit of headway from like a UI perspective, so we can have like a demo next time we come on. So we're probably just going to do the regular show. Jello, you're definitely welcome to come back anytime. So same with you, Nazreddin. Definitely, I love fundamental analysis. So if you've got some projects you want to share with us, teach us something, I'm all about it, because yeah, there's so much information going on in this space. It's hard to keep track of everything. Um, but yeah, you have any last leaving thoughts you want to say to the audience, Nasreddin? Say to the chat?
Sure, buy Chainlink or stay poor.
There you go. You heard it here, folks. Chainlink or go home. Jello, you got anything?
Just hope everybody has a profitable day and keep your coins close.
Yep. There you go. I've got nothing for you guys. We're just gonna pretty much keep our analysis same here. It's looking kind of bullish on the 4 hour, but we'll probably see some rejection here, somewhere kind of in between these two levels, in between the 57.5 and 61.3 or 61.4, whatever you want to call it. That's kind of just what I'm looking at. So maybe Wednesday we get smacked, maybe sooner, but 4 hour looks good. Daily looks okay. I hope you guys have enjoyed the show. I'm not going to tell you all the stuff to do, but you know what to do. thumb button, bell button. I'll talk to you guys on Wednesday. Stay safe in your trades. Thanks for being here. Do something nice for someone else today. I don't know. That's it. I'll see you guys on Wednesday. Peace.
Later.
Laters.